evening, everyone, and welcome back to your scheduled programming of The Thinker. Tonight, we have a very special guest joining us. Not only is he a huge advocate and supporter of my evolutionary theory, but is actively working on making it become more popular and accepted within the scientific community. Please welcome to the stage, all the way from Potsdam, Germany, Dr. Ernest Haeckel.
Thank you for having me here tonight, Darwin.
The pleasure's all mine, Haeckel. How are you doing tonight?
I am feeling absolutely tired from my journey over to Great Britain. The seas has definitely made the voyage unpleasant. We're not here to talk about my trip.
Well, it does sound like it was a rough trip, but you are right. Getting into the interview, what's your story? What are some of your defining moments?
An excellent way to start off the night, Darwin. As you've already announced to the crowd, I grew up in Potsdam, Germany in 1834. After completing my general education, I pursued a doctorate in medicine and received it in 1857. While I was licensed to practice medicine, though, and help those that were ill, I could not stomach the pain of those suffering. As of right now, though, I am currently acting as a professor at the University at Jena, trying to understand more about the world. In fact, prior to coming here, I had just finished analyzing a few radiolarian specimens, trying to make sense of the recapitulation theory.
Great to hear. It seems like you really enjoy what you do compared to before. Now, how did you choose this profession?
So, from what I can infer, you and I, Darwin, are quite similar in how we approach things. We cannot simply accept things for how they appear to us. We must be able to understand across all facets when possible, classifying the uncertainties when we have the potential to do so. Why I chose to focus on the evolutionary perspective is because I believe that the differentiation of life must have developed throughout history and not appeared spontaneously.
Going into this field of work, especially with it evolving around the theory of evolution, is pretty controversial. We know why you chose it, but are there any important people that helped guide you on this path? Any individuals that helped you get to where you are today?
You are certainly correct that there were influential people that assisted me along the way. Challenging the way we think how the world operates and how our religion believes is reputably damaging. If not for the beloved support of my wife, Anna Seth, and your proposed work on the theory of evolution, I do not believe I would have been able to stand this path too long. So thank you for publishing your proposal, Darwin.
The pleasure is all mine. As you said, uncertainty must be addressed in the lack of concrete evidence. Blind belief is something we cannot accept as scientists. Looking back on your time throughout your education, what was your favorite part during your undergraduate?
I believe my favorite part was the expedition my professor, Johannes Müller, took me on to study the North Sea and Haeckel, Germany. The marine life there was so amazing and beautiful that I actually began studying marine biology.
All right, and one final question. Building off what we learned so far and what you said earlier, how does your recapitulation theory and my theory of evolution work together?
So yes, my theory of recapitulation is basically the process of an organism's evolution when they develop as embryos. This theory works with yours because an organism has gone through a process to get to how they are today. And I believe that the embryos are a reflection of said process. While I'm confident in my theory, hopefully it stays true and holds merit indefinitely, as I believe that is how an embryo of any kind develops.
That is an interesting theory you have, Haeckel. I can certainly see how the differences and similarities in both our works. While our reasonings may be different on evolution, I hold respect for you as a scientist. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for tonight. Thank you so much for coming from Germany and joining us in the UK. Have a good evening, everyone.